What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 52 of the XtraSlice, brought to you by the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlatte. Joining me, as always, we have the mayor of Stardew Valley and Eorzea, Chris Montalbano.
Scott Pilgrim!
We got the most generous squid in the sea in the mayor of Horny Jail, Jalen Roberts.
So they gave DC as a tank? Yeah, Extreme Measures 4. It'd be like that.
And we got the Akatsuki Durag, Madrid Devon.
I just want to wish everybody a happy Wagon Wednesday. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Very, very blessed.
We got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about the Scott Pilgrim game that's dropping in the next couple hours. We're going to be talking about the Monster Hunter Rise demo that dropped within the last week. And we're going to be talking about this Lucasfilm game news that's throwing the internet into a tizzy. So stick around, you know? So, Chris,
yes.
we got to finalize some of these plans for this Scott Pilgrim game and or stream and or fucking platinum run because...
Hit me. Let's select characters right now so we don't even have to go in that discussion later. And that's it. That's all you have to do. We just play the game.
Who's edgy?
Who's who?
Who's edgy?
Knives?
I'll take Knives.
Knives and Ramona are edgy.
Yeah, I mean, Ramona's probably edgier than Knives. I will give her that.
Yeah.
Do y'all main either one of them?
I main Scott Pilgrim.
Right.
I
And
usually play Knives, but I don't know.
Yeah, what's the dude's name? For the Band? For the Band? Yeah.
Wallace Wells is a good character. And then, who else
Kim is also
Kim
cool.
Pine is a solid fucking
Yeah.
pick.
I could see Kim
being
be...
the edgiest character. Kim Pine is the edgiest character with her red
Kim Pine
head.
just wants to give you them hands. Let's
She
just be
does.
100 here.
She does.
Okay.
Kim Pine will whoop some ass.
Yeah,
No,
and I'm not sure of how different... Like, it's been so long since I've played the Scott Pilgrim game.
They have
like,
different special moves.
So...
Is it different?
Yeah, they have different special moves between the characters.
That's actually good because Knives' special move kind of sucked. I mean, it was a good healing, but
Because like
Chris is
Kim's
like, we ain't
special
gonna
move
need no
heals
healing.
her. Everyone else's does something else.
yeah.
So the plan is, and I mean, if you're watching live, you guys can go and watch this live. But if you're watching after the fact, this video will be up on our YouTube in the near future. We're going to play through as much of Scott Pilgrim as we can physically muster tonight.
I'm pretty sure we're going to beat it in 2 hours.
Okay, and what
We got a professional over here.
how much of a stretch between beating the game and platinuming the game is there? Because... And
so there isn't a platinum, right? That's what I've been disappointedly told, that they're gonna just keep the same trophies.
Well, they might add a platinum just because it seemed like the fact that they added online co-op to this new version is already like a huge thing. So
Online co-op was already a thing in the PS3. That was the DLC with Knives and how am I forgetting his name? Wallace, yeah.
So wait, the dude in the band is...
Originally, it was the band and Ramona.
Yeah. And then Knives definitely was a DLC. And I guess it would have been the Wallace DLC that did online co-op.
Yeah.
But I think I just never got that one. So my PS3 version is like incomplete. But, you know.
The trophies for the game are like fairly easy. You just like... get this certain amount of money, get this highest, like, pay off Scott Pilgrim's VHS rental debt, and then beat the game with every single character.
So, I have good news. The trophies are live on PSN profiles, and there is a platinum trophy.
I can finally platinum this game.
Fucking go.
And yeah, I'm looking at...
Let's get the group plat.
I'm down for the group plat. Like it's.
I think I could die happy if we did that.
So
all right. Let's all commit to it and hold each other accountable.
Okay. Yeah,
okay.
Especially me. Please hold me accountable.
Please hold me accountable. I will just go play Ghost of Tsushima.
What do you mean hold him
go
accountable?
play Apex.
We got to make sure to keep up with that one.
You're pointing. You pointed at like blank screen on my screen. So
I gave it up to RNG to see who I ended up with.
Just nobody. You gotta hold that one accountable.
RNG was like,
Points at
no.
nobody.
Reversal.
So new challenger. I can go through the trophy list. It's short, and it seems. Oh, there are no bronze trophies. It's all silver and gold, so that's good. Defeat Matthew Patel without losing a life, so that's new challenger. Twin Dragons defeat the twins simultaneously. Defeat an enemy by throwing an object at him while he's already down. So wait,
what was the last one? I've done that one.
Twin Dragons defeat the twins simultaneously.
Done that one.
Dirty Trick is defeat an enemy by throwing an object at him while he's already down. Vulnerable, play through a world and reach the boss without getting hit. Excuse me. So that one,
That one's hard as fuck.
all of these seem like, the only one that looks currently like it won't just take us playing together is Get the Girl, clear the game with Scott once. So that means we each have to clear the game with Scott. What's up?
Is one of the trophies beat the game with every single character? Because I think we individually have to play every character to beat the game.
Yes. Okay, that's way further down. So the power of friendship in a multiplayer game, reanimate another player at least 25 times. Gourmet, eat every food item. Vigilante, defeat 1,000 enemies. One-man army, clear the game in a single player on the Supreme Master difficulty setting, so we might have to just share play with Chris and let him do it on our account. I mean, I can try doing it. Like, I'm down to put some good time into this game. Shopaholic, buy all the items in the shop during the same visit, so that means you just have to stack your money and then just go in there and be like, fuck it.
I want everything.
Right.
Want it all.
Armed and Dangerous, defeat at least 200 enemies using interactive objects. Chow Down, unlock and call all strikers, which I'm guessing that's like a summons type deal.
Yeah, that's that's your special attack.
Okay, it's all in the reflexes. Catch a flying object at least 25 times with knives. Speed run, clear the game in 90 minutes or less with knives. Ninja somersault, perform at least 10 consecutive head stomps successfully with knives. Wallace Novice, complete your first online match. Everybody wants to play online with all characters at least once, including Wallace. And it's a wrap. Clear the game once with Wallace. And Wallacapitator, knock 200 enemies in online mode. So it seems like a good amount of these we'll be able to do, and then in multiplayer, and then it'll just be down to like
everything except for the single player supreme difficulty can be done in the process of getting beat the game with every character.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right, this
Wait,
is
but it didn't say. I didn't hear beat the game with every character that you listed.
Everybody wants to play online with all. Oh well, yeah. That's not beat the game with everybody. It's just play online with each character.
But I thought there was 2 trophies around playing every single character.
That's use every striker, but you don't have to beat the game to use their special.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I can drop the trophy list for you guys, but like this is the official trophy list, and the platinum, of course. Earn all other trophies to completionists, and it's a pixel version of Scott. So I'm just gonna drop this in general game so you guys have access to it, and it'll help us track our progress. If you're not already on PSN profiles, definitely, I highly recommend it. It's way better than the trophy system on PS5. On PS4 it was take it or leave it, pretty good, but only one person has achieved the platinum trophy pre-release, so
It's probably a long ass.
yeah, but we'll see, like, in 24 hours, these numbers will be updated, and just looking at it, average completion is 21%, people, it's 22 recent players, so at least 22 people have gotten it on PlayStation and have played it pre-release, but, we're under 2 hours now to the release, so we're going to see what's up with that. And having this trophy list now we know what to focus on when we go into the game.
Right.
So that'll be fun.
How do y'all feel though? I remember y'all been like wishing for this for years, like since episode 1 of this podcast. I swear somebody brings
have
it up.
wanted a convenient way ever since that one day that it was like me, Jalen, and Anton were just sitting at his house playing. He had his PlayStation 3 hooked up. We were playing, I want to
Played
say,
a lot of stuff that night.
Persona Arena, and then me
Yeah.
and Jalen just jumped into Scott Pilgrim, and I was like, I want a convenient way to play this fucking game because I want to be able to do this whenever I want with friends. And they're finally fucking giving it to me. So yeah, this is like a game I've been waiting just to be able to do this. Exactly what we're gonna do at 12 o'clock when this shit releases. Just play
Let's
this.
fucking go.
Yeah, like I've wanted
Right?
this game. Like it's in the list of games that I just wish weren't stranded on old hardware, like Persona 4 Golden, and I know that came to PC, but I wish that were playable on PS4. Persona 3, like
Heck,
it's
most Atlas
Switch.
games,
And
most of the other
Switch.
Shin
Put it
Megami
on
Tensei
Switch.
games.
right. To be
on
fair,
Switch.
a lot of these games should be
Please
Switch
be on
and
PC.
yeah. I'll accept PC. Like Persona 4 Golden's not just stranded on Vita anymore, so that's good. But yeah, bring all these games to Switch, PS4, Steam. Like make them accessible to, because I know a whole new audience of people are gonna finally like Madrid. You've never played this game, right?
You never played it. I'm
So-
kind of excited to play it. Like,
Yeah, it's going to be really fun to just introduce an entire new generation to this game, and that might introduce people to the movie, and that might introduce people to the soundtrack. Like, the fucking game soundtrack is separate from the movie soundtrack, and they're both fucking full of bangers. So, that's what I really feel like this game is going to serve. And there are other games that are out there, like I know Jalen was playing that Dot Hack collection. Like there are just games that are good and are just
Now put
stranded
the other
on
one on there.
what the other dot.
The other Dot Hack series, the one where the last game is the second most expensive PlayStation game in existence.
Right, like shit like that shouldn't be okay. Like Chrono Trigger, like there's so many games that just need to be brought up to the modern
it's
era.
criminal.
Wait, no,
The fact
Chrono
that Chrono
Trigger
Trigger
is.
isn't
It's just that
on-
that port is bad.
No, the fact that that's just not in like Nintendo Online is like it's criminal. That is fucking criminal.
Or even fucking just, I'm to the point with a lot of these games. Like, I was so happy when the Final Fantasy VII, like, original version was ported to PS3 and PSP, because that was a way for me to play that game without, like,
Ported
spending a
fucking
ridiculous
everywhere.
amount of, like, without spending a ridiculous amount of money on it on fucking eBay trying to just get a PS1 version that while it would have played on my PS3, it was just so much more convenient to beg my mom to buy me a PSN gift card from Blockbuster. This shows how fucking long ago this story's from. But I got my mom to buy me a PSN gift card to fucking buy a digital copy of Final Fantasy VII that to this day I have on my fucking
It was
PlayStation
great.
account.
Unfortunately, I know we're gonna get a Final Fantasy 13 to
No.
consoles this year. That's gonna come this year. It's gonna happen.
The thing is,
It's gonna
they
happen.
touched up the backwards compatible versions on Xbox Series X. So Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2 and Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13 have all been...
They're gonna
Im-
drop a complete edition.
Yeah, I mean, I fucking bought those games, like, I don't know if you can see them. They're right there for PS3. That's the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy and
Yeah,
Catherine
the only thing
sitting
they
on
should
top
be
of
used
my...
for, the only thing they should be used for is like decoration and soundtrack.
Yeah, that 13.2 soundtrack does slap. That
All
13.2 soundtrack. Is
I'll
good.
say I can't speak about Lightning Returns because that's the only one that I've never like extensively put any kind of time into. But 13 and 13-2 soundtracks. Mwah.
Speaking of soundtracks, it's another fucking thing I'm looking forward to. Anamanaguchi created the soundtrack for Scott Pilgrim.
Yes.
This everything about
The
this
power.
game.
Have you
I
pre-ordered
get that
the
back.
collector's edition, Chris?
Mm-mm.
No? Aw, damn.
I'm gonna get my tax return and then I'm done.
You're gonna have to buy it for reseller prices?
There's no way I got 130. I didn't.
I feel you, Chris. Trust me, I fucking feel you. I'm out here trying to, like, manage credit card debt right now, so when
Yeah,
Monster Hunter
if
Rise
it-
drops, I'm not completely fucked.
If
'Cause
they had told me like months ago that this was gonna happen, it'd be right. I would have it.
yeah. Fortunately, I know how much on March 26th or 2 days before March 24th, I know how many hundreds of dollars are coming out of my account for Monster Hunter. Because I have
You
the
get
digital.
you got the complete edition.
I got the
or-
digital deluxe edition, so because I know, like, at this point, Monster Hunter is like Smash Bros. It just needs to be on my system at all times. And then I got the physical collector's edition that comes with the Magnamalo amiibo. And then I also had to pre-order the Palico and Palamute amiibos because those give you Magnamalo layered armor for your Palico and Palamute that looks saucy as fuck. So
Just
You
me.
know I'm gonna need that.
yeah, they're going right on top of my shelf. Like, the sad part about my Monster Hunter figure collection is it's not on camera. Like, I had to put Rathalos in the background just to have Rathalos on camera, but, like, my Kulv Taroth, my Nergigante, my Kushala, and my Uragon, they're all roughly amiibo size, so I'll fit Magnamalo. Like, I have spots set out for my Magnamalo, my Palico, my Palamute amiibos to go up there. The sad part is it's just not on camera. But Rathalos might disappear off camera soon if I get the Zenogre Funko Pop. So I might have Zenogre and Rathalos. And also Barioth, maybe, in Funko Pop form up there too. So it's going to be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Chris is just like, none of the words you just said made any fucking sense. But just know they're cool monsters, cool fights, cool figures.
One day you'll understand, Chris. I know.
One day. Maybe I should just get the demo and try to see if it's cool.
Yeah, definitely. I'll play.
I mean, it's a demo. We don't get those very much.
Right.
Well,
exactly.
every single Monster Hunter release, we get a demo. That is one thing I'll say Monster Hunter is consistent with. There was a demo for Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate and 4 Ultimate and Generations on the 3DS. There's a demo for Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate on the Switch. There was a beta, but it was just basically a demo for World and for Iceborne.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just kind of Capcom keeping up the tradition of, like, okay, every Monster Hunter game, we're going to give you a taste of it before you get a chance. So Monster Hunter Rise, I'd say download it, Chris. We could run through it with you. You could try it out solo. Like, the Great Azuchi Hunt is so easy and lets you test out stuff to the point that I feel like you could give it costs nothing. You can give it a try. If we don't finish this podcast in time for Scott Pilgrim, we could run you through the Mitsuzune fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've already. So, I mean, this brings us to our next topic, which is Monster Hunter Rise. The demo's out. It has 2 tutorial missions. The first one is showing you just the basics of the game and the basics of the wire bug. I completely ignored it because I know how to fucking play Monster Hunter. If after 600 hours I don't know how to play Monster Hunter, shit, I'm helpless. But yeah, I ignored most of the first tutorial, but apparently one of the bonuses of the first tutorial is it lets you explore the map and check out the endemic life
Yeah, that was cool.
without burning like one of your uses of the demo. And then the second tutorial mission is about the new mounting system, which they're really pushing the Monster Hunter Stories route of riding monsters. So the
Giant
wyvern
monster
riding,
combat.
yeah, it's
This
really fun.
This is
especially-
just the natural progression to flesh mechs. You know, this is just a step in the evolutionary chain.
We can't call 2 episodes Flesh Mechs, especially not one where we don't sit here and talk about Attack on Titan.
This is just a callback.
Yeah, it was a good callback.
You know what? You know the thing about it is, I that entire time I wasn't saying Flesh Mechs. I was saying Flesh Mechs, as in Flesh Mechs Texican.
Like Tex Mex?
Like,
Or like
Yeah,
Chex
like Texican.
That's kind of how you say it though. Like we know it's mech,
but
you gotta say
you
Mex. Flash
You
Mex.
gotta get it from a certain region. You gotta get it from the right place.
The island of Paradise.
The southern place. The
Southern place.
paradise.
Oh, by the way, if y'all aren't watching Attack on Titan, fucking shit has hit the fan. A lot of shit. The most recent episode explains so much shit that was so unclear for so long in the series. Like it's one of those exposition dumps of, and now I'm sure that they're not gonna finish the fucking series because I thought they'd have to get through like half of volume 25 in this episode, and they did not. They got through like maybe the first third or quarter of volume 25 in this episode, so there's just no way that they're going to finish the series in the final season. They have to do a movie, and I'm starting to figure out where the movie's going to start.
Yep.
I'm just saying, movies are the answer. I'm advocating my anime movies.
That might be not the best take because Demon Slayer looks like they're going to fuck up the rest of the series by trying to make it all movies. And considering how they've handled this first movie, I don't need that for the rest of Demon Slayer. I need some traditional seasons, you know?
Was it bad?
No.
No, the Demon Slayer movie, I haven't watched it yet, but I just know what it covers.
Phenomenal from
yeah, I mean it's still it's only had one bad week so far, and that's just because there was a new Gintama movie that hit theaters. But I mean it's outpaced every fucking Japanese movie ever.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it outpaced
That
Spirited
fucking
Away.
movie.
Yeah, that movie.
Yeah.
I got beef with that movie.
You won't. Have you watched Demon Slayer season 1?
No.
Okay.
But it took out Spirited Away.
Go watch Demon Slayer Demon Slayer season 1, and then tell me that you're not excited for the movie.
Is that the anime where they run weird as fuck?
No. What?
No.
What? I think you're thinking about Devilman?
There we go.
Yeah, this sounds like Devilman Crybaby.
Where they run
That is Devilman Crybaby.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's not that. Demon Slayer is just kind of a straightforward shonen where
if you
killing
like,
demons.
if you like Bleach
Okay.
and Inuyasha and Rurouni Kenshin, you would like
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
I mean, I do like 2 out of the 3 that you said. I never gave Bleach a chance. Not to be that guy. Don't. I get it. I know.
Come on, man.
I just never.
Look at this face.
I have the first 6
Look
volumes.
at this face.
That face looks mad that I said it.
Yeah,
It is.
Ichigo will fuck you up.
That's the
But-
Bleach.
Look, just read Bleach. Just read it. It's on the Shonen Jump app. Have
Yeah,
fun.
honestly,
Have fun.
that's probably one of your hardest treasure troves to hit.
Honestly, if you skip all filler, the anime holds up too.
Yeah, I have a watch guide. Like, if you want to watch the anime without any of the filler,
Where can you watch the anime?
Hulu,
Netflix.
Yeah, maybe like
Oh, it's on Netflix.
Netflix has like the first, well, this is several seasons, but like up to the Soul Society arc at least, which is honestly all you really need to watch.
But
If you're
Hulu has
big into
all of it.
You watch Hueco Mundo. If not,
I don't know if Bleach is on Crunchyroll, because
it is.
okay,
Bleach is everywhere.
yeah, the fact that it's
I'm
on
not
Hulu, that's how I was.
subscribing to Crunchyroll.
It's free.
You know, I may
It's
have
free?
yeah, ad supported. You can watch, like, that is the good thing about Crunchyroll is like
Crunchyroll has,
before I
100 million
subscribe.
like free watchers.
What?
some
Yeah.
ridiculous number.
They
but,
cater,
like,
and they actually
10
cater to
million
their free
paid
watchers.
subscribers.
Oh shit.
So it's just like watching it on Hulu, but in better quality. Because I've realized Hulu kind of drops the quality on some of their anime. Like Demon Slayer looks way better on Crunchyroll than it. Like Demon Slayer was the one that I was like, oh, this looks so fucking good on Crunchyroll that I subscribed to Crunchyroll to get to watch Demon Slayer. The rest of those seasons.
I guess I didn't really notice. Like My Hero looks good on Hulu, but maybe it doesn't, and I'm just I don't know.
I think the fight. I might have to go back and rewatch this just to verify, but I think the overhaul fight looks just leagues better on Crunchyroll because. And I don't have a bunch of anime to compare, but I know Attack on the new season of Promised Neverland, the new season of Attack on Titan. I watched Burn the Witch. What else did I watch? I've been watching Jujutsu Kaisen. I've been watching all these things on Crunchyroll, and I haven't had any of the minor gripes that I was getting from the quality on Hulu.
Yeah.
But I mean, VRV is just basically Crunchyroll, right?
Pretty much. Watch Burn the Witch, actually. It's like 3 episodes.
Banzavich!
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
I gotta go get this every time I'm on camera and it comes up.
If you want to know if you'll like Bleach, watch that.
Yeah, if Burn the Witch entices you, Bleach is just where you go to get more because Shonen Jump has tried to fuck Tight Kubo so many times that Burn the Witch has kind of so far been lazy Bleach in the best way possible. Burn the Witch is that we set up a lot of world building, but a lot of that world building is established off of stuff in Bleach. But Bleach takes the time up front to build out the universe it's taking place in.
Okay.
They'll spend half an episode explaining to you what a Zanpakuto is, and you'll want a Zanpakuto by the time they're done with that explanation.
You know who else needs to spend some time doing some explanation and some retconning of things that were retconned?
Star Wars?
Bingo.
You're completely frozen on my screen, so.
Perfect. Do you know how they can do that?
How?
By following the actual rules of Star Wars that no one seems to know.
What are the rules of Star Wars?
But yes.
The best Star Wars content will never be the movies.
Fair enough.
The best Star Wars content is usually somebody taking the IP and just running with an idea into a random direction. That's where all the best stuff was going to be.
So,
look at the Mandalorian. It's a side character, determined to be a side character.
Yeah. Right.
Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. That's everything you need to know about the Jedi and the Sith, and why that whole entire Force thing is stupid.
Right there.
That game turns you from wanting to be like a Jedi or a Sith to be like, no, I just want to be a rogue Force user. I just want to be running around doing what the fuck I want. Fuck this other shit.
Exactly.
Force Unleashed. Come on.
Jedi Fallen Order.
The old books, the Thrawn trilogy, Rogue Squadron, just
Who? The comics? Come on.
That Vader comic is good.
Star
Wars is just out here.
Star Wars is really out here. The fact that the EA was like, oh no.
Actually, by the way, Squadrons is actually pretty good.
From what I understand,
that game is fun.
Squadrons might be the game.
That's good for Star Wars, you know. They needed it.
Well, I mean, the last 2 EA games. So the story that's going on here is Disney announced they're making Lucasfilm Games, which is going to be a division of Disney where they do the same thing they've been doing with Marvel and reaching out to different developers and saying, hey, you do this really well, so here, have our license and actually make us a good game. So I know we were talking about this a little while ago. It's regarding the fact that EA has the exclusive license, but that license expires in 2023. So we're coming up on the expiration of EA exclusivity on Star Wars games. And so this past week has kind of been a whirlwind. So first day, they're like, I think it was like Friday, they were like, okay, so Lucasfilm's games is a thing. We're going to be doing the Marvel games thing of like, we reached out to Insomniac for Spider-Man. We've reached out to Fortnite to do their Marvel season. We've reached out to these different developers. Like,
yes, that's the best thing you can do. Like, don't have all that shit under one umbrella. Well, not one umbrella, but like one house. That's gonna fuck things up.
Yeah, and I mean, EA kind of squandered,
EA, though, like this is also during like this all happened as EA was sliding into like the worst era of EA. Like EA's been bad, but like EA wasn't like truly EA yet.
Yeah, that was the
like,
thing.
Outside of the Star Wars games, the only Star Wars games that weren't like money-making cash grabs were the last two. Mm-hmm. Literally the last two.
Right, and part of that was because Respawn just has this sway within EA to be like, no, fuck you and what you're doing. We're going to make some good shit. And fortunately...
And also, I don't think they could take that much negative bad press on their products as much anymore.
Mm-hmm. Right, that especially after Battlefront 2. Like I just don't see them going and...
Like...
being okay
was,
with what happened.
Remember, they have that is the most downvoted comment on Reddit, was we want players to find a sense of a fulfillment and achievement from grinding out loot boxes.
Yeah, but
yeah, like what the fuck? That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
And egregious. Yeah. Like,
but what what I'll give EA is that it seems like EA has kind of realized that Star Wars needs more respect. Like, Battlefront 2 was a huge wake-up call. Like, if you have Disney executives jumping down your throat over gameplay decisions and monetization, if Disney is telling you need to stop trying to make money like this, it should fucking say something about your business practices. Mm-hmm. Because Disney will Disney will take money from people who are into their IP in any way, shape, or form possible. And if Disney execs are telling EA, hey, y'all gotta cool it with trying to make money, that says a whole fucking lot. But
y'all hot. You just gotta charge $30 for a movie.
Yo.
A movie of questionable quality.
That you already pay for. Like, on the streaming service,
you have to pay for the streaming service. I said streaming service. The streaming service.
It is a streaming service.
Disney
Are you
Plus...
guys talking about Mulan?
Yeah, we talking about Mulan.
Okay, so here's my opinion on Mulan, just real quick. Mulan would have been great if they didn't call it Mulan and it was just a fucking martial arts movie. Bam, that's it. Solid martial arts movie.
My problems with Mulan is, there weren't any songs, and then they invoked the feeling of the song by playing like a short instrumental snippet of the song you wanted to hear. Right.
They wanted to make
you gotta hear that refrain. You can't hear the song. If it
wasn't Mulan and was just a solid kung fu movie, my bad.
They wanted to make it more culturally appropriate instead of
But that's the thing about it, though. It's like
questionable.
There's already a better Mulan movie. If you're gonna do one focusing more on the legend than the Disney movie, that one already exists, and it's better.
I thought it was pretty good.
And then also, let's just be 100 here. That's how all the live-action movies have been. They're like, we don't want to actually do the thing, so we're just going to hit you with that nice little refrain.
Here's the thing. They at least did Genie in Mulan. In Aladdin. Having Genie in Aladdin was better than not having Mushu in any way, shape, or form in Mulan.
That's true. It was a phoenix.
That goes back to the whole they weren't trying to remake the Disney movie.
Where the fuck was the phoenix coming from?
There was a whole lot of questions that were raised by...
You're absolutely right.
I went into the movie thinking it's a kung fu movie starring a girl, which is kind of new.
No, it's not. You just need to watch more kung fu movies.
Yeah,
it's like the main cast of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
If I want to see,
like that's who's throwing hands in that movie.
Mulan again at this point, I'm just gonna play Kingdom Hearts 2.
But
I will say that does make me want to watch one of those wire kung fu films, though.
So
I do love Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah, everybody loves Kung Fu Hustle, but
oh yeah, that's that shit. Shaolin Soccer too.
Shaolin Soccer, fucking big brain right here. Yeah, so Lucasfilm's games is so far they've announced 2 projects as of recording. I'm sure we're going to get more. They've announced that Machine Games under Bethesda is going to be developing a Indiana Jones game, which I have no affinity for Indiana Jones, but as far as Machine Games goes, they need to finish their Wolfenstein trilogy. Like, I haven't played any of them.
Shit about that Indiana Jones game.
Yeah,
I have no type of excitement for it. Like, just another game about somebody stealing cultural artifacts and then like attacking Nazis to kind of make up for it. Like, oh, no, well, he might have stole a cultural treasure, but you're killing Nazis. It's like, well, that's not really a trade-off. You're still like
the killing Nazis
enabling
thing
colonialism
is
and
more so from the Machine Games end than
the killing Nazi thing that's literally the plot of the second movie, Anton. He was fighting Nazis.
He literally kills
the second
Nazis
Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah,
he kills Nazis.
Yeah,
steals the Holy Grail or
the third one. It was Last Crusade. They spent the entire time fighting Nazis.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to watch any of those
the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah,
that's where that whole face melting scene that everyone knows comes from.
It's like, oh, you're going to be killing Nazis in an era where there's neo-Nazis and fascists. It's like, well...
And I mean, that was the whole marketing campaign around a couple of the Wolfenstein games now. Is like, you hate Nazis in 2020 or 2019 or 2018? How about fuck these Nazis in alternate history 2019? And so, like, as far as this game goes, we have the Tomb Raider reboots, we have Uncharted, we have these games that are about the similar themes, just kind of more refined as far as being games first, and then, like, Indiana Jones knockoff second. Like, Uncharted does a lot of things really well with gameplay. The new Tomb Raider games do a lot of things with gameplay.
You mean killing brown people of various origins? Because that's all I'm getting from these games.
I mean,
sip your beer. Coming in hot. Oh, it's a trope that I'm over it. I don't care about. Like,
if I think about Indiana Jones,
random
you're gonna
white
give me an Indiana Jones story.
Right.
You best to make it as pulpy as possible. Like, I need to see
we might get that. Machine Games does have a track record of kind of like giving you the kind of like pulpy, like, yeah, you're in a serious situation, but we're gonna kind of give you that comedic value of it. So, like, I could see Machine Games handling it correctly.
Situation, but the serious situation is stupid. We're being chased by. This is a serious situation. We're being chased. What are we being chased by? Robot Nazis on the moon.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
The situation is serious.
I play that game.
You say robot Nazis from the moon.
Isn't that like Wolfenstein?
You go right back to, this is a movie and you're having a good time.
Well, yeah,
this is
Machine Games has made the past, like, 5 Wolfenstein games, so... But...
There's that many?
Yeah, it's like Old Blood, New Blood, Young Blood, like... There's been quite a few, like, Wolfenstein 1 and...
New Order.
Huh? New Order.
New Order.
Yeah, there have been quite a few Wolfenstein games recently, and like even those haven't been compelling enough to make me like. While I hate Nazis, like I know radical stance in 2021, but like while I hate Nazis and want to fuck them up,
I understand hating Nazis, but like there are other things too. Like there's so many more corrupt forces.
Just that, but also the thing about it is, we don't have to fight regular Nazis. We can fight space Nazis. But then also you got to remember how much of our fantasy evil empires are just fascist dictatorships. I mean, a lot of our media is about punching Nazis when you really get down to it.
Yeah.
And I just don't feel like, so it's a Bethesda game, it's by Machine Games. There's just a lot of reasons why I wouldn't necessarily like go out of my way to play this game, especially if it ends up being an Xbox exclusive, because Xbox is soon to own all of ZeniMax Media. Like I just don't feel any need. Like I have 5 fucking Uncharted games on my PlayStation 5 at my disposal at any point. Like I just don't have the reverence for the Indiana Jones property that I know a lot of people who are in like their 30s and 40s do.
Yeah, I think that is the thing, is for an older crowd to actually watch the movies and care, because this game has been done multiple times.
Right, and apparently some of the Indiana Jones...
It needs to complete the cycle.
Apparently
Uncharted
there are
ripped
some
off
good...
Indiana Jones and Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider ripped off Indiana Jones and Uncharted. Now Indiana Jones needs to rip off Tomb Raider and Uncharted. Complete the cycle. Free us. Free the timeline.
We won't be free.
Okay, maybe that's why they're doing it. By all means, go for it. Like, I know he's gonna have a grappling hook mechanic with his whip, and I just know he's gonna whip somebody that doesn't need to be whipped. You know.
Kunta Kinte is gonna run on screen.
And the mic is gonna be fucking hot when I come in on that episode. Boy, as soon as I see a clip on Twitter, yep, Chris, yeah, yep. See no evil.
So the other game, now that we've ragged on Indiana Jones for a solid 15 minutes, the other game that they've announced is Ubisoft is making an open world Star Wars game.
Yeah.
And so that I'm extremely down for, because I've enjoyed my time with Immortals Phoenix Rising so far. I've enjoyed, I still think once Assassin's Creed Valhalla goes on sale steeply enough that it's basically a negligible purchase, that I'll buy that and give it some time. I think that
heard that it was a solid game.
Yeah,
I just don't want it to feel like the rest of the Ubisoft
But there's,
game.
In my opinion, lately there's been nothing wrong with those.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, they're handling the format. Like, there's a reason that I love Skate 3, is because Skate 3 was EA trying to make a Ubisoft checkbox game and just, took the gameplay and the story and, the world and the elements of that franchise, put them in an open world game. It's the same reason we like Spider-Man PS4.
I don't really subscribe to that theory, just because of how much, Rare made the best sandbox back then.
But I mean,
those collectathon games had those sandboxes, and those collectathon games were.
I just think Star Wars,
Banjo Kazooie and Banjo Tooie, those had some sandboxes that are something special.
Yeah, but those weren't necessarily open world. Think about I'm more so talking about Burnout Paradise, Assassin's Creed 2, Skate 3, all these games that Ubisoft kind of got to a point where they it was the same thing over and over and over again. Just sometimes you were a car, sometimes you were an assassin, sometimes you were a fucking while they did get to a point of oh, this is overdone, and this is we're tired of getting the exact same thing from you, just in different settings. I feel like attaching an IP like Star Wars to it could potentially, if you just did a Star Wars with the template of the new Assassin's Creed games, that's something I'd be down for. That is something, and I know I'm not the only, as far as...
What I want to see...
Go ahead.
...is a Obsidian Star Wars game. Go ahead and give it another go.
Yeah, if Obsidian,
I'd love to see Obsidian write me a Star Wars RPG. Not about probably about if I had it my way, it'd probably be about the soldiers or the mercs and the scoundrels and stuff. Keep it as little of the Force as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I would love a game where it's not anything about the Force.
Actually, what I really want is just
assemble a crew of mercs.
I just want that game that we'll never have. That's what I want. And also, I don't fully believe that this game is going to come out. That's just another thing about it. I don't have full faith this game is actually going to release.
I feel like it will because Ubisoft doesn't necessarily have a track record of canceling games the way EA does.
Yeah, they just sit in limbo for 30 years.
I mean, it's not our fault. Fucking Beyond Good and Evil 2.
It's just like Kingdom Hearts. Get it in my console, I'll believe you.
Yeah, and I feel like Ubisoft, as far as like their release track record, Ubisoft will get you the game. Whether it's like to the quality you want it to be. But I mean, even just look at the Ubisoft franchises that have been long running. And as far as, and I mean, we've had this conversation like multiple times about like the pros and
time Ubisoft does something, we have this conversation.
Yeah, but look at Assassin's Creed. They cater to Assassin's Creed. They kind of like innovate
That's
slowly.
the thing about catering to the Assassin's Creed argument. It's like they are, but they aren't, because there's pretty much two main types of Assassin's Creed fans. The I'm here for the historical action part, i.e. the first 40 hours of the game. And this is where I'm salty is, or you got the ones like me who are here for the alien psycho techno bullshit.
But think about outside of Assassin's Creed, think about Ubisoft. They've, for the most part, delivered what Far Cry fans want out of the Far Cry games. Think about, like, even when they've done the smaller things, like when they did Child of Light and when they did, I can never remember the name of that World War I story-based game. But the UbiArts games, they did Unravel and Unravel 2. And, like, as far as, like, reaching out to the audiences of those games, I feel like Ubisoft has just the sheer, like, development power behind them to make a... If you tell me there's going to be a Star Wars open world game developed by Ubisoft, that gets it on my radar. Like, I'm interested. I am down for that. Like, I'm down for Immortals Phoenix Rising, which is a Ubisoft-made Breath of the Wild knockoff. Like, originally I wasn't 100% on board for that, but, I mean, as far as the Breath of the Wild knockoffs that I've played, this one does have its kind of air of genericness to it, but also at the same time, they're competent enough at building an open world game that when they just decide to steal some of the ideas from Breath of the Wild, that like the finished product is good enough. And that we can't say the same thing for the EA Star Wars games. Like, while Squadrons is good, while Jedi Fallen Order was good, Battlefront 1 and 2 were not good enough.
That's true.
Wait, Battlefront, here's the thing about it though, is if you, outside of the whole controversy of the monetization of Battlefront 2, outside of that, that game is fun. That game is so much fun. Like,
it's
Battlefront
not,
2 is...
It's
way better than it gets credit for because of the monetization. It really is.
And I mean, they've cut a lot of that out, and now if you were to pick up Battlefront 2 now, it's you'll be getting a better game than you would have gotten at launch. And I get that. Like, I enjoyed my time with Battlefront 1, but still at the end of the day, that game wasn't enough of the meat and potatoes that you want from a fucking Battlefront game.
Yeah, Battlefront 1 I'm not going to defend. Battlefront 2, though, it deserves better than it got. Like, the single-player story is pretty good. The multiplayer is fun. Like, that game is... That's the thing about it is, if it wasn't for the monetization of Battlefront 2, Battlefront 2 would have been considered the first good Star Wars game by EA. Just straight up.
And I mean, the fact that it was free on PlayStation Plus, like... That's a game that I kind of want to go and play some of, because I enjoyed my time in the multiplayer of Battlefront, like the newest iteration of Battlefront 1. Like, I enjoyed my time as just it being a straightforward multiplayer shooter built on the backbones of Battlefield. Like, I prefer Battlefront over Battlefield to this day. And so... I have hope for this Ubisoft game because Ubisoft can build a solid enough open world game on they've proven on any concept at this point and have it appeal to that audience. Like, the thing is, instead of them just trying to make a Ubisoft game and then skin it Star Wars, they're going to take Star Wars in as like their first step, and then off of that do what they're good at making a solid open world around that. And so I somewhat have faith in this new Star Wars project that we're going to be getting from Ubisoft, because while EA has had some hits, had some misses, it's just going to be interesting to see what companies outside of EA, like after looking at Star Wars for the entire history, or even just the past few years of it being exclusive to EA, I think that these companies can do interesting things with it. Like, hit up the Beat Saber developers and do a Star Wars rhythm game in VR. Like,
that'd be lit.
That would be weird as fuck, but they should do it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah. But that's yeah. I mean, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see with Star Wars, because that goes back to it. It's like the best content from Star Wars is someone just taking the franchise and just running with it, not trying to do something established, just running with it.
Yeah, and I think
take your plot, make it make sense, make the gameplay good. I'm in.
The cool thing could be if it's not about a Jedi, if it's not about the Force, if it's about somebody who's like a bounty hunter or something. Like, think about the assassins,
the pilots, literally everybody else. Because remember, canonically, those space wizards are supposed to be rare.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing like Old Republic. In that case, you're swimming in the motherfuckers. But anywhere else, they're supposed to be fairly rare.
Yeah. So I think that as far as like the Star Wars stuff, I get the problems that people have had with Star Wars games. Have never quite hit the peak of what Star Wars games could be. But I feel like somebody at Ubisoft,
since EA, all the stuff pre-EA, you got that's where the real bangers are. Like,
yeah, but I mean they're bangers,
Outcast,
but
like,
they're not 10 out of 10
Outcast.
games.
It's called Jedi Outcast. It is.
Let me look up. Is Jedi Outcast on PS4?
No. Like that's one of the reasons why I say free Raven. Like, yo.
It definitely is, and it's $6 right now. I'm gonna get Jedi Outcast right the fuck now.
Get Outcast. Like,
I'm doing it right now. Like, you guys still time. I'm 100% getting Jedi Outcast.
Good.
But
look, Jedi, like, it has some of the best saber combat. Like, you can parry blasters. You have a variety of weapons. You have a variety of force powers. Like,
oh, my bad. It's $5 with PlayStation Plus.
Even better. Hey, if you're listening to this podcast right now, go get Jedi Outcast. That game is amazing. Like everything you've wanted in a Star Wars. Like, that's the thing about it. Is like,
we'll see, because I have Fallen Order, and Fallen Order just got an update to more so utilize the hardware of the PS5. So Fallen Order now runs better than it would have run when I got it on sale. So, like, that's something I'm interested in as far as checking it out. But I still don't feel like any Star Wars game that I've ever played has been a 10 out of 10 experience.
I feel like you've missed the era of the best ones, though. Like, have you played the original? Have you played like Republic Commando, the original Battlefront?
That, like,
I mean, original Battlefront was.
I played
especially
original Battlefront 2
Battlefront 2
on PSP.
That shit was good. And then the exclusives for Xbox for like a OG Xbox. Which one was that? The Old Republic.
Oh, that was Coder. I think that was Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, oof, that shit was good.
Coder is real great. Like, that's not a 10 out of 10 experience. I'll give you that. But it's so good. It's so good.
All right. Well, is there anything else anybody wants to talk about? I mean, we kind of gotten through the big news stories that I've pulled for the week. Shout out to who?
3D World.
Oh yeah,
3D World?
they
And
showed a
Bowser's
new.
Fury?
Yeah, they did show. Nintendo came out and was like, "Hey, tomorrow you're getting more information on Mario 3D World." And I mean, Mario 3D World is one that I've enjoyed. I enjoyed what I played on the Wii U, but it was the fucking Wii U, so I didn't really want to keep playing. So it'll be interesting to see.
Game was a lot of fun. Every time I played that game, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've enjoyed
and
it
I'm getting
too.
real Sunshine vibes from this new one, so I'm even with it.
Well, Bowser's Fury seems to be them testing new ideas for what might be. That was a thing about 3D World. I felt like they tested out concepts, refined those concepts, and then abandoned those concepts all in like the span of like a couple levels.
Like that's what happens with most of their 3D games, like Sunshine.
Well,
bunch
3D
of new mechanics, bunch of great ideas, abandoned entirely. Galaxy, bunch of great ideas, bunch of cool mechanics, abandoned entirely.
So yeah, it'll be. That's something I'm not really playing shit on my 3DS. Not my 3DS. My Switch right now. I'm definitely not playing shit on my 3DS right now. But my Switch is just not getting enough playtime, and I have a bunch of stuff that I need to play on there. So when Rise comes out, that'll just give me a reason to be on my 3DS pretty consistently. So yeah, I'm with it. Like whatever I get out of this, I'll get. And like I'm not gonna pre-order it. I'm not there.
Super Saiyan, Catboy, Mario,
Nyan
Super
Cat.
Super E-Boy Mario.
Super E-Boy Mario.
He does have nipples, so there's that.
Right?
And then
Never forget Mario's nipples and Luigi's penis.
Why did they calculate the length of the girth?
All right. Anybody got one more thing?
Did we bring up Blaze Blue?
Oh, that Blaze Blue gotcha game. Yeah, apparently
you put it in the intro, so I'm just.
I didn't put it in the intro, but we can talk about it for a second. There's a Blaze Blue gotcha game that's coming. Dark Ages, Dark War, something like that. I still want my Monster Hunter gotcha game in the West. Like, please, Capcom, let me fucking enjoy that. But I mean,
I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, Grand Blue, what the fuck?
Just play it in the browser. I'm at the point that I've given up on Grand Blue ever coming to the West in any substantial like way outside of a browser. I already got fucking Tanjiro and shit on my Japanese account, so like the crossovers have been real.
Oh,
well,
I want it.
But yeah, the Grand Blue one, Blaze Blue, it'll be interesting.
Grand Blue character.
I'm sure there will be fucking Grand Blue characters in the goddamn Blaze Blue gotcha game. But, you know,
lot of blue.
Whole lot of, well, let's not.
Blaze
We're in
Blue versus
Atlanta.
Grand Blue.
I mean, that could bring Grand Blue, like, I mean, ArcSys, think about it, like, bring some Grand Blue characters into your next fucking BB tag, make GG tag, and give the people what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Give us
ArcSys versus.
Yeah, Guilty Gear Strive is going to be a lot of fun. Like, we're only a couple months away. Like, we're into the new generation. And I know, like, I'm the only one here with a, like, next-gen system, but the fact that we're going to be getting Guilty Gear Strive, a native 2D anime fighter on it, I feel like we're getting to the point of, like, and I know a lot of people can't get PS5s, a lot of people can't get Xbox Series X. I know a lot of people are just having trouble tracking down these consoles in general. But by the time people are able to get their hands on these consoles, there'll be a decent enough library that, like, I struggle to find games that are PS5 native games to just play. speaking of which, we talked about this maybe last episode, maybe episode before, but Maneater does not give you the PS4 version of Maneater. It is only the PS5 version, and so I have it installed on my system, but I haven't played it yet. Kind of sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's a way that they're trying to drive people to the PS5, and while that would be all cool if people could get their hands on PS5s, it's not cool because people can't get their hands on PS5s.
They're playing games.
Yeah,
honestly.
getting a PS5 still is overly difficult. Getting any of the new generational stuff, whether it be PC parts or PlayStations, is a bitch.
Apparently Xboxes as well. Like, I can't really...
Mm-hmm.
I haven't tried to get an Xbox. I feel no need to get a Xbox Series X currently. Like, my Xbox One's still doing everything I need out of an Xbox. Mm-hmm. And my PC's doing that. Like, if at any point I get to the point that my Xbox One's not doing it, then I guarantee my PC can do it. Yeah. But COVID's holding a lot of this production up, so I mean, we'll see.
Man, fuck COVID.
Fuck COVID.
Fuck COVID, bro. I'm over this shit.
I feels you, my guy. I feels you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out here looking for a vaccine, so if anybody knows somewhere where a healthcare worker who's underpaid can get a fucking vaccine, hit me up. Alright, remember you can follow us all collectively around the internet, cheesycontrollerpodcast.com. Keep your eyes peeled for the Squad Sessions podcast coming soon.
Keep your eyes peeled for like content in general.
Yeah, we've been trying to like make being a Cheesy Controller fan more rewarding for you guys in 2021, especially with all the things that we've learned and all like the relationships we cultivated in 2020. We're trying to just make it more valuable for you as a listener/viewer. Check out the YouTube.
Check out the YouTube.
You can follow me.
Stuff on there.
There is some stuff on there. Primarily me. But, you know, we're getting there. Madrid done sent off some gameplay clips. I see you. But yeah, check us out. You know. CheesyControllerPodcast.com. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch at Anton6. Chris, where can people find you?
Chef and Chris.
Jim.
Squid Bishop.
Y'all should check me out on Twitch. I've been streaming again. Hooray! Twitch.tv/SunnyChifa. I just did a Code Vein character creator stream, which was pretty fun. Besides that,
yeah, nice. I was in and out of it, but I was enjoying myself while I was in it.
Besides that, check me out on Twitter. SpeedwagonX. Happy Wagon Wednesday.
Wagon Wednesday.
All right. The audio version of this podcast is edited by Akumasanti. The video version is edited by Lana Twisted Mind. This has been a Know It's Good production, and until next time, keep it cheesy.
Cheesy!